Hi, Church. Pastor Jeff here with another Trinity check-in. Braving the cold today to come to you from out on our labyrinth. Well, not quite. It's actually way windier out there, so I'm standing here. But I wanted to update you on our building campaign, which is currently underway. Before I get to that, though, I wanted to let you know I had a couple questions after church on Sunday about ways to help with the wildfires in California. As you may know, the United Methodist Church has one of the best disaster relief agencies in the world. It's called the United Methodist Committee on Relief, which is why we usually call it UMCOR. It's wonderful for a great many reasons. One of them, though, is that all of the administrative costs are paid by us, by the United Methodist Church, which means that every penny you give goes directly to the relief efforts, goes directly to the victims and those who need it. And that means that it's not only a good way for us to help, but it's also something that you can share with your friends and let them know and give them a way to give in the most efficient way possible to help those that are in need. And oh my goodness, there are terrible stories and pictures coming from California and the fires there. If you would like to give, go to our website, trinitylincoln.org, and if you go to give, one of the options you'll see in the drop down in there is for the California wildfire relief, and I do hope you will. I looked at the update from UMCOR just before coming out here to record. They've already given two big grants to the California Pacific Conference to help with immediate relief, to help the victims with what they need immediately. And they're looking into the best ways to use the money that we give to help in the longer term there as well. So I do hope you'll consider that. And whether you give monetarily or not, I hope you'll pray for everybody out there in California and everybody working to help them too. Okay, let's talk about our building project. Now, you know, last October, well, really, a year or two ago, Trinity started talking about what we needed in a building. Of course, ever since the move out to Village Gardens, the intention has been to build a sanctuary in this spot right out here. But we started talking a year or two ago about what we would need, what we would want, what that might look like. And then last October, the church voted, had a whole church vote, and we voted that even though we had a little bit of sticker shock, with how much it was going to cost to build a sanctuary in Lincoln, with the cost of building these days in a city that's growing as fast as Lincoln is, even though there was some sticker shock, we know it's needed, and we voted to go ahead and start fundraising, even though we would have to save for a while before we could start building. So we engaged some help with fundraising. In fact, there's an agency known as Horizon Stewardship that's helped a lot of churches over the years build sanctuaries and things like it. And they are helping us put together a wonderful professional campaign. Now, I say campaign, you might think like glossy brochures and whatnot. And well, we will have a glossy brochure. But what it's really about is organizing and mobilizing people and getting them excited. And it always starts small with the leadership and then goes out from there. And I will tell you, we had a meeting just last night, and I am excited to see how things are coming together so far. There's a project that I'm working on right now with some of the leaders. We have several teams in the church who are beginning to put things together. Maybe you've even been asked to help on one of those. If not, I'm sure you'll be hearing about something sooner or later. But I will tell you, one of my jobs has been to help put together information, putting together a frequently asked questions document and that sort of thing, so that as questions arise, we'll have somewhere good to send to people and help them get those answers. And working with it and in talking to people and seeing what their wonders are, I don't know, it's got me more excited. It feels more doable. It's not that it didn't feel doable before, but like, I'm getting to the point where I can see the pathway a little bit more clearly, and it's getting all the more exciting to me. Now, I remember back before we had the vote in October, I did one of these check-in videos standing out there on the labyrinth next to it where the sanctuary would go, and we said a prayer in this video. Let's just say every time I walk by that spot, or at least just about every time, I remember that and I think about it and I'm inspired anew. So I hope you all are excited. The main part of the campaign is going to be during Lent. The way spring break falls, that was kind of the only logical place to put it, but it turns out that puts our commitment Sunday for what each of us will give to help make this happen, puts it on Palm Sunday. And I think that is going to be a wonderful, beautiful Sunday, just looking at the preliminary plan. So I wanted you all to know that this planning was underway, that we're working on it, that you'll be hearing much more soon. I would love your questions anytime about what we're doing, and I'm most happy to answer. But rest assured, we'll have even more answers coming out in the very near future. And well, it is about building a sanctuary, and I haven't said it in this video, more space for our children's ministry. I consider that just as important as the sanctuary. That is important. But here's what I don't think I've said well in this video so far. Part of what I've seen is people coming together, is the work of the church being done, is conversations happening because we're doing this that are bringing people together. And it's that kind of thing that's building the church, right? And I don't mean the bricks and mortar. I mean building the church, building the people. I see that kind of building going along with the fundraising, and that warms my pastor's heart way more than a few bricks ever would, and it makes me very happy. So I hope that spreads to you too. I think it's going to be a very good thing. But above all else, just like with the fires in California, I hope you will continue praying, because it really does make a difference. It changes our hearts, but I believe it also makes a difference in the world in many ways, too much to go into here. So I'm going to take the camera here. I'm going to move a little closer to get a better view of that spot out where the labyrinth is now. And I hope that you will continue to pray, and that the excitement that I'm feeling and that many of us are feeling spread to all of you soon too. See you soon, church.